What's going on, you guys? Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Something that came about. I'm not sure how true it is, right? But one would assume, going per by the rules of the WBO, super champion usually gets granted access to the champion in the weight class below or above them. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Tim Tszyu's hit list. Tim Tszyu's hit list, right? And Terence Crawford seems to be a name on that hit list. Tim Tszyu name seems to be, Terence Crawford's name seems to be a name on Tim Tszyu's hit list. Hold on, let me see here. Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button as you come on in. We go talk of some boxing. Of course, Alexis Rocha got upset last night. By Giovanni Santillan. Got upset last night. Salute to everybody in the building. Reggie Singleton, Toby Montana, one of a kind, GK Black, salute. Golden, OG Golden in the building, salute. Yeah, man, hit that like button for your boy, man. Just for you guys to know, the streams usually on YouTube is 10 seconds. I'm 10 seconds in the future. So, yeah, if you guys' questions and things of that nature tend to get kind of delayed, is because of the online delay. Let's see here. Let's get this thing going. Terence Crawford, man. Now my boy Jamie here, man. I don't know how true it is, but I believe he was in the DR. I think they had a WBO little thing going down. Terence Crawford, as we know, has been deemed Fighter of the Year by WBO. And what we know from the sanction bodies, WBO, most notably, they grant their fighters super champions. You got to defend your title so many times. I believe it's like 5 times. And then you become a super champion. Then you get access to face a champion in the class above or below that particular weight class. So, yeah, might say this is true, but Jamie, I'm going to just call him by his title. Jay Carter in Boxing Talk says, the WBO has granted the opportunity to Terence Crawford to fight WBO junior middleweight champion Tim Tszyu if he wishes to move up to 154 pounds and fight Tim Tszyu next for the title. So that's what he says in Fight Hook News. I don't know, man. You know, Tim Tszyu didn't really mention Terence Crawford's name. He mentioned Jermell Charlo, right? He seems to be more interested in the fight with Jermell Charlo. Let's see here. Yeah, he seems to be more interested in the fight with Jermell. So I don't know if Tim Tszyu is willing to risk a fight with Terence Crawford before taking a shot at Undisputed. Tim Tszyu said that that fight with Brian Mendoza was his last fight in Australia for a while. So he's looking to campaign for probably majority of his career over here in the USA. What's going on, Anthony Johnson? Salute. Banks Low, salute. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. I seen Anthony Joshua real quick before we start talking about Terence and Tim. I seen AJ, man. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I seen AJ, man, and he did what I said he should do. I don't know if they be listening to your boy. I'm not that big, right? But Anthony Joshua definitely did something that I recommended. You know how your boy Bushido talk. Get your ass in that cave, in that dark cave in the mountains, training like Ryu from Street Fighter. And this is what fucking Anthony Joshua is essentially doing to get his mind right. See, this is what I've been saying, man. And AJ knows a big part of his a big flaw in his game is his mental. His mental, man. Hold up, let me see real quick. Anthony Joshua, man. He doing what it takes. Here you go. He's doing what it takes.
Yeah, it was strong. Yeah, it was strong. Master.
That's not the clip. I seen a full
It
video.
was
He's like
strong.
in a cave somewhere. Like this is where he's at, but he's still taking pictures and shit. So he ain't that unplugged from the Matrix. AJ, you ain't that unplugged, bro. Hold up. Let's see. Yeah, he ain't that unplugged. He got his Gucci robe on and shit, man. He ain't that damn unplugged from the Matrix. But that's what AJ's doing, man. He got videos of him out in the woods, him out in the middle of nowhere in the UK. As you can see, he's living in that dark room. It's like a dark ass room with nothing. And he's supposed to be staying there for mental clarity and getting his mind, increasing his mental toughness. This is what Anthony Joshua is on right now. So I'm rooting for him, man. I'm rooting for AJ, man. He's doing whatever it takes to get better. You know what I'm saying? And if his mental game, look at that, man, bro. These dudes be copying off me, bro. Hold up, man. Hold up. I swear, y'all favorite YouTubers be copying off me, dog. I do these videos first, and then next thing I know, boom, they shit popping up. Like, come on, bro. The Bernard Hopkins thing, man. Nobody else was talking about that shit, man. I did that. Now people talking about, and now this dude talking about what I'm talking about right now. Like, come on, man. Bro. You said that wasn't an upset, that was an ass kicking? Man, that was crazy. You said have Spence fight Tim Tszyu and have Bud fight Charlo. Man, that sounds good, bro. But we know in a perfect world that ain't gonna happen, dog. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, he might get up in there and fucking around and lose against Tim Tszyu right now. He might get up in there and lose against Tim Tszyu, bro. You know what I'm saying? A young, hungry fighter. Spence ain't even hungry like that no more, bro. Look, he catching coins and shit. You know what I'm saying? Quick hands, showing a hand speed. I mean, I don't think Spence want to deal with Tim Tszyu like that, bro. Tim Tszyu looked really good in his last fight. And while we talking about Tim and Crawford, let's talk about Tim real quick. Let's talk about Tim. Because like I said before, early on, I wasn't really big on Tim Tszyu. I thought he was just another fighter following his father's footsteps. You know, using his father's name for clout. Salute the Dragon Leg. I see in the building. Using his daddy's name for clout. But and he showed a lot of improvements, you know, since his U.S. debut against Terrell Goucher. You know, he got dropped against Goucher, the Turtle Goucher. Whatever. He got dropped by dude in the first round. Was it the first round? Ran into a shot, got dropped. And after that, he pretty much won the duration of the fight. And then it seemed like from there on, ever since he got his ass up off that canvas, he then turned it up times 10. Like Tim Tszyu got a lot better since. His defense, his pressure game. I think if he worked on his jab, he'll be a lot more dangerous. But for him not to have a jab, he's still pretty dangerous. What's going on, bro? Land baller. Salute, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy, man. Tim Tszyu and Terence Crawford. Tim Tszyu got a hit list, man. And Terence Crawford is on it. He got a hit list, and Terence Crawford's name is on the list. Now, he may not have called out Crawford directly because he wants to go through his hit list. Charlo, Crawford, Canelo. The 3 C's is what's last. Right? But Tim Tszyu, man, looking at his dimensions, 24-0, 17 knockouts, 70% KO ratio. Number 1 on that side of the world, right? Number 2 in the 154-pound division. He made his debut on December 17th, 2016. He ain't even been pro that long. You know what I'm saying? He really ain't been pro that long. 28 years old. His real name is Timofey Konstantinovic Tszyu, the Soul Taker. 5'8.5" with a 70.5-inch reach. So that's the main things I'm looking at when we matching up Tim Tszyu And Terence Crawford, of course, he got the check for the VADA testing. But 70-inch reach, 5'8". He's pretty much the same size as Terence Bud Crawford. Now let's go ahead and pull up Bud real quick. The pound for pound king, right? 77% KO ratio. Started his career in 2008. In March 14, 2008. Right? And we know most of Bud accolades. 5'8", 74-inch reach. That's the main thing I'm going to be looking at. Oops, my bad, you guys. I even got the shit on the screen. Oh, shit. Yeah, my bad. Let me go back to Tim. Tim stats. Right here. Right? It's Tim Tszyu stats. 154-pounder. 70-inch reach, 5'8". He's the same size as Terence Crawford, essentially. Same size dude. Crawford has a longer reach, though. Tim may naturally be the bigger guy, right? But at 36 years old, they the same fucking size for Terence Crawford. 40-0, 31 knockouts. He got more knockouts than a lot of these guys got fights. You know what I'm saying? Interesting fight if it was to take place. And it's a good option for Terence Crawford because it'll be one of those lucrative situations in Australia. But if you ask me who will win the fight, well, you already know who's going to win the fight. We already know how it's going to play out. We already know. Hit that like button for your boy, man. It's going to be like Jeff Horn Part 2, man. It's going to be like Horn Part 2. What's up, Damone Daniel? Salute. You say you was hurt when Tim Tszyu, Tszyu knocked out Zab. Yeah, man, that was Zab was my guy, bro, and that hurt it. That hurt it. You said Tim gets smoked by Bud. He said he's holding that shirt with the subpar fighters. Yeah, man, Tim Tszyu, he out here doing what he got to do, though. You know what I'm saying? He out here doing what he got to do. You know, he's fighting. He's very active. He fought how many times in the past, 18 months, bro? Like 3 or 4 times? That's more times than like Errol Spence in the past 5 years, bro. Some of these dudes are fighting more than some of the guys that we've been wanting to see has in the past 5 years, dog. Keith Thurman had like 2 fights in like 5 or 6 years. Tim Tszyu had 2 fights in a year. Come on, man. Terence Crawford still at 40, almost 40 years old, at 36 years old, he's still fighting more than a lot of those dudes. It's crazy. But a lot of people are going to say this whole Tim Tszyu, Terence Crawford narrative is going to hold up the welterweight division. They're going to say that Jerron Boots Ennis needs his shot. Right? Boots needs his shot. I ain't heard shit from Boots, bro. To be honest with you, I ain't heard nothing from Jerron Boots Ennis. So Tim Tszyu, I mean, it's an option. It's another world title in another weight class. He'll be a what division world champion then? He'll be a what 4 division world champion? What 2 undisputed? I don't know. Bud just doing all kinds of shit. He's like Canelo and shit. Just moving up, just doing this, doing that. So if he was to go up there and get Tim's belt, that'd be like the 4th weight class. Yep, like the 4th weight class. 4 division champion. And then if he was to get Jamel in the ring, and beat Jamel, then that'll be a hell of an accolade. That'd be a hell of an accomplishment. But they're gonna say he's holding up boxing. They're gonna say he's holding up the division. You said Boots fans want the Bud fight more than he does. Yeah, he do. That's what I think, bro. That's what I think. They just want people. Honestly, bro, it got to the point for Terence Crawford that certain people just want to see him lose. They can't really come out and do it like they did with Floyd, though, because Floyd gave people a reason to. Crawford now ain't necessarily giving the people a reason to hate him like that. But this is what they want. They want somebody to go up in there and just beat him up. They want to see his dick in the dirt, bro. This is what guys like the famous Ray Jackson on Twitter. He can't just wait to see him lose. Can't wait to see him lose, bro. But unfortunately for these guys, Terence Crawford's in a position now to where he could kind of dictate his terms, bro. And that's good for him. So this is why your boy Bushido ain't pressuring him to do this shit that these other guys been pressuring him to do for years. Because he's, as far as I'm concerned, Bud Crawford did everything fans asked of him all the way up to this point. Went, left his promoter, fought Sean Porter, did all types of shit. So now he's doing things by his terms. And hey, look, we just got to take a back seat and let him do it. If he wants to go fight Tszyu over Boots, then why not? Tszyu got something to bring to the table, which is a WBO title. Then he could segue right up to 154 pounds. Then he's right in position. Crawford ain't got much time to be waiting for the politics of boxing to take place. He needs to look for any avenue he can at this point and use whatever position he put himself in to do that. And if him being the WBO champion, WBO is actually underrated because I don't know if other sanctioned bodies grant fighters those type of accesses. But if you defend a title 5 times, you become a super champion, which enables you to do a lot of other things that other sanctioned bodies won't enable you to do. So Bud Crawford has options with him being undisputed champion and the WBO champion, not to mention. So, I mean, shit. You said Crawford loses Tim too? Yeah, they had Bud jump through all them hoops for the Spence fight, bro. Nah. And you know your boy Bushido all about the fight, but I saw what these people did. I saw what they did, bro. So if Bud Crawford wants to fight Tim Tszyu, then let's get it. You know what I'm saying? He's in a position to fight whoever he wants to fight in boxing right now. Who fight was better, Crawford versus Spence or Rocha via? Come on, man. That's not even a question. He said Crawford loses to Tim. Nah, bro. I think it's a fun fight, though. And Tim Tszyu is definitely a worthy opponent. He's definitely a worthy opponent. But I think his fate is like all the other ones would be like everybody before him. Everybody before him. Yeah, he got Bud. We need somebody in here that got Bud losing. Dante, you got to explain why Bud loses to Tim, though. You got to give us a reason why, bro. What's up, Peter Fresco? Salute. Salute to everybody in the building, man. You said Tim finishes Crawford. You got to give us a good reason why, bro. Unless you just in here playing devil's advocate. Tim Tszyu got 129 rounds, right, as a professional. Let's see how many rounds Bud got. 233 rounds. Bud is officially a southpaw. Yeah. Tim Tszyu, Crawford go up in there and whoop his ass, get that belt. Interesting. Interesting indeed. But it's Dante got Bud losing. He said, did you pick Spence to beat Bud? A lot of the Spence guys still ain't around, man. He said he's more powerful and a better counterpuncher. Is it proven against who, though? Proven against who, though? Brian Mendoza was a game opponent. Tim did say Crawford would be tough. And when asked, Tim Tszyu seemed to be more interested before Spencer Crawford fought. He seemed to be more interested in the Spence fight than Crawford, bro. I think Dante trolling, man. He got to be trolling, bro. You said Tim is good, but he telegraphs a lot of his power shots. Yeah, Tim is good, man. He's a good fight, man. I'm not gonna be mad if it happens. Like if it's one of those situations to where, Canelo chooses Menguia, Charlo has to fight his IBF mandatory, and Tim Tszyu and Crawford is still the ones left standing. I say go ahead, go up to 154 pounds. Of course, we still gotta wait for Errol Spence, bro. So now Errol Spence is kind of in the way. And with him not really when me not seeing anything, I'm not saying he's not training, but I don't really think he is. Cause we just seen more videos of footage of Bud in the gym. Bud just stay in the gym, bro. He was with who was he with? Was he with Chad Johnson? Yeah, he was with Chad Johnson in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So Bud stays in the gym. Like that's like his lifestyle. That's like part of him being in the gym. That's like fucking going to take a shit or something for him. But Errol Spence, I don't think that's like that for him. So I don't know, man. I feel like he's holding up this whole situation. He's holding up the whole situation. Now, if Bud moves up to 154 pounds to tackle Tim Tszyu, I would imagine some sanction bodies will start putting pressure on him. Most notably, the IBF. The IBF may start putting pressure on Bud if he decides to move up to 54 pounds. They may start stripping belts, You said I'm waiting on an plate of Arrow with all gonna plate in his hand. You said Arrow out there smoking weed and playing laser tag. That's what I think. Yeah, hell yeah. He out here smoking, blowing back, and playing laser tag, bro. That's exactly what he's doing. He out here getting high, spending money, eating good, and playing laser tag. I don't think he's really too much of in the mindset of going through that again with Terence Crawford like that. I don't know. But he's a guy who said I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. He's that type of guy. So I don't know, man. I guess we just gotta wait to see what happens. And then of course with Showtime getting shut down, we gotta wait to see what happens. Now, Antoine Russell came out. Well, I'm gonna throw this in there real quick. Antoine Russell came out and he kind of spilled the beans on the whole situation. I don't know if he was supposed to necessarily do that, but he did it. Hold up, let me see if I can. Yeah, Gary Antoine Russell kind of spilled the beans as to what's going on. Here you go, right here.
Earlier, they definitely about to close out this year, like you said. I was on there earlier. You was talking to your boy, and he was saying something about Tank, but you was mentioning how Showtime is closing up at the end of the year, and they going with another network, something like Amazon, something like yeah. He sounds all right. The word getting around, word getting around.
So the whole Amazon thing. Oh shit, man, my bad. I ain't got it on the screen again. My bad. Shit. The whole Amazon, and that's Gary Antoine Russell, Gary Russell Jr.'s younger brother. Just said that, yeah, that Amazon Prime shit, yeah, that's kind of real. So the rumor that they may not be getting with Amazon Prime could just be a rumor as well.
They definitely about to close out this year, like you said. I was on there earlier. You was talking to your boy, and he was saying something about Tank, but you was mentioning how Showtime is closing up at the end of the year, and they going with another network, something like Amazon, something like yeah. He sounds all right. The word getting around, word getting around.
Word getting around, man. So I don't know where that's going to lead fights like Spence Crawford too. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to carry to a whole nother platform. There's going to be a whole nother platform carrying that fight. That's going to be, man, it's going to be a lot of changes in boxing, I think, from here on out. If you ask me, I think it's going to be a lot of changes in the sport of boxing with Showtime bowing out, Paramount Plus not really looking to get back in, and there's going to be some changes, man, for him and from here on out. Let's see who's in the chat. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. You said AB spilled the beans a while back. Yeah, he did. Yep. Yeah, AB got up out of there too because AB saw this shit coming. You said Tim versus Crawford is a big fight and the winner gets Jamel. Hey, I'm all with it. I'm all with it. I'm all with Crawford and Tim Tszyu, bro. I'm all with that fight. I'm all with it. Now, if Tim Tszyu didn't look too good, I'd be like, but nah, he looking good. I need to see that. AB said they're gonna be fighting on Twitter. Yeah, he did. You said only way I see Bud Spence too somewhat successful in Omaha. Hey, you got a point there. As far as sales, put that shit in Omaha. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit in Omaha, it'll sell out. You guarantee to have a high gate, at least, sell out the arena there. And then the pay-per-views go do what it's go do at this point. The pay-per-views go do what it's go do. You can't put pay-per-view is a hit or miss, man. It's a hit or miss. And it really depends on who that fighter's fighting. Like Tank Davis, for example. They say he's the face of box pay-per-view draw, but that really ain't been proven prior to Ryan Garcia. And now we got to see it after Ryan Garcia if that still holds true. We ain't seen it yet, bro. We ain't seen it at all. So pay-per-view is a hard sell. And you got to have the right opponent for you to even generate those big numbers. Now, we haven't seen no Arrow preparing for nothing, Damone. No nothing. We ain't seen nothing, bro. I don't know, man. The narrative for a lot of those dudes over there for PBC fighters for years, and this is something that people used to talk about for years ago, that those dudes, like, how serious are they taking it? All these layoffs, all this time off, all this partying, all this other shit that really doesn't align with the lifestyle of a fighter. A lot of bullshit, bro. And really, it just kind of continues. It kind of continues, bro. So we don't know what Errol Spence is on. This is why they get up in the ring, coming up in there looking like shit, bro. They get up in there looking like straight fucking shit. Looking absolutely awful up in there. Coming off these layoffs and shit. And then if you go be on a layoff, right? Let's just say this. If you are on a layoff, why aren't you training? Like, if you are on a layoff, why aren't you in the gym training, making sure you staying sharp and ready, bro? Your window as a professional athlete is a short one, not let alone a fucking fighter. Ask Ugas, who came off a layoff, right? A long layoff, and look, got beat up by Barrios. 2 times, same eye. 2 times, same eye. He says, as fate would have it, my right eye has been like this in my last 2 fights, but I have never given up. I have never sat in the corner. The image has always been me begging the doctor to let me continue. That night, 3 weeks ago, I was in the hospital. Oh my God, Ugas. Ask me if my best moment comes out, no question, blah, blah, blah. The story will love me. I think at this point, though, for Ugas, man, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? I think Barrios was a fight that really should have been I don't want to say Barrios is a tune-up, but that should have been like a warm-up type fight for Ugas. And he sat out for over a year and then went up in there with Barrios, and then he suffered the same fate. Arguably a little worse. He got cuts right here. Swollen lip right there. I mean, he got fucked up. So you said Ugas always been a Bud hater. I mean, the thing is, though, man, why these guys are so inactive, it seems like Floyd be able to get more fights than they do. Somebody in the comment section mentioned that. That was a good point. I'm like, how the hell is Floyd still staying active? Well, that's because Floyd could get anybody in the world to get in the ring with him, though. That's because Floyd dictating all the terms, and Floyd's the one, Yeah, Ugas is a gatekeeper now, man. If he continues the boxing, he's a gatekeeper status. I think he should go ahead and just bow out, man, gracefully, man. You did his thing. I'd rather not see him in the ring getting beat up by lesser dudes and shit like that. I'd rather not see that. I'd rather not see it. Him just in there just getting beat up on. Because it's not like he has a crafty style. You know what I'm saying? He's a style where he's right there in front of you, shoulders right there, and he's just throwing punches. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to be getting hit, bro, at this point. You said no gate doing better than Vegas. I mean, it's not gonna do better than Vegas. I didn't say it was gonna do better than Vegas, but they'll guarantee at least sell out. Vegas, they could demand a high ticket. They could demand high prices. In Omaha, they won't be able to do that. But in Vegas, they could put a high ticket on them, high price on them tickets, on them seats. But in Omaha, they ain't gonna be able to do that. However, they will be able to sell out. They could probably do it in Texas too, the same way. Sell a lot, but have them at a really reasonable price, so that people can show up. Because Vegas is a high roller. That was damn near a high roller event. You damn near would have had to save up for 6 months and do all types of shit. And that was damn near a high roller event, bro. Like $5,000 for like front rows and shit. Like that's who. Nah, man. If you was a Spence fan like Sean T, spending that kind of money to go to that and then you lost, man, boxing could be expensive, bro. Oh, that's a good question, AJ. What network is gonna put up what network is gonna put it up is the question. Knowing that the initial fight was such a lopsided beatdown. That's a really good question. Y'all hit that like button for your boy, man. We only got 30 likes, man. The likes increases the algorithm and all that stuff, man. Come on, man. Hit the like button for your boy, man. Also, I want to thank Yes Dog for the cash apps, man. I've been meaning to thank the OG Harvey for the cash apps, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, but you said, do we need that rematch? No, we really don't need the rematch, man. We really don't. And go check out Rumble too, man. I got this channel connected on Rumble. I'm thinking about doing a stream on Rumble. If you don't know what Rumble is, it's the next upcoming YouTube. It's more free speech though. So I'm thinking about doing a video on there or a stream on there. And I could probably do a lot more on Rumble when it comes to boxing. You know what I'm saying? I could have some fun on Rumble. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about doing something on there later on. I'll let you guys know. I'll probably be able to use footage and everything over there. You know what I'm saying? And I could do I could really do what I really want to do. YouTube, you so restricted over here, bro. It's not even funny. But over there, yeah, go check out Rumble, man. Check out Rumble. That's all I got to say. Check out Rumble. Yeah, let's get ready to Rumble. Yeah, go check out Rumble, man. You said Crawford needs to get that Tim Scott. I think I'm liking the Tim Tszyu fight right now. I'm liking that fight right now over and it's only because Tim looked it good. If Tim looked like shit, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see him beat up on. I need to see him fighting somebody that looked good, that coming off a good win. You know, I need to see some real fights. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody beating up on nobody that didn't look good and shit. That's weak shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of that shit Canelo be doing. He be beating up on dudes coming off losses or bad performances and shit. That's weak, man. Fight somebody coming off something good. Now the Errol Spence thing, that's kind of I don't know what the fuck his problem is. You know what I'm saying? For the dudes who say, well, you could say that about Crawford. He beat up on Spence and Spence been off for a long time. Well, that's Spence fault. He said he don't need no tune-ups, man. He said he don't need no tune-ups. They was believing in the hype and shit before they went to that fight. He was chinny. He was too small. He was chinny and he was too small. So I ain't trying to hit none of that either. But all I need to know is if Spence will really go through with this thing so we can just kind of move on. We can kind of just move on. Because people go blame Bud for this little hold up right now. They go blame him for this little hold up right now. In reality, initially, it seemed like he didn't even really want the fight. He didn't even want the rematch. You know what I'm saying? He said, look, man, you know, that's what reports were saying, like he didn't really want the fight. They'd rather Spence move on. Do something else. So they can kind of do something else. You said you was going for Spence. You said John Molina did better than Spence, and I was going for, bro. You ain't lying, bro. He did. John Molina put up a better fight than Spence, dog. A lot of people put up a better fight than Spence. It's almost crazy. Like you got to almost question, how will Spence do against Tim Tszyu? I don't even know if Spence could beat Tim Tszyu, y'all. I honestly don't know. I could be rooting for the brother all I want to, but in reality, based off what I've seen from him lately, could he beat Tim Tszyu? I don't even think so, dog. I don't even think so. Will he be able to walk down to Tim Tszyu? Will his jab be effective against Tim Tszyu? I don't even know, man. Will he be hitting harder than Tim Tszyu? I don't know. I guess that's one of those things where we'll have to see Errol Spence at 154. But at this point, I don't even think it's going to matter no more. I don't even think it's going to matter no more. I think it's more of a style thing. He's not really a counter puncher. I think his style and his approach long term is more built for like endurance. So if you're a guy with his type of style, you're gonna get hit. So you're gonna have to be one of those dudes that's gonna be willing to take one and give one. Is Spence that type of fighter for the long haul? I don't think so. Because it's not like he's slick and quick and crafty and moving around and got good defense to where, Spence is there to be hit. He's there to be hit. And if he's moving up in weight to fight some of these bigger dudes at 154 pounds that's quick, you know what I'm saying, that can punch, he might be in some trouble. You said Delorme scored more than Spence. Yeah, he did. I'm telling you, bro. People not talking about how bad he did in that fight. Actually, the only reason why he really gets a rematch is because he's Errol Spence, he's the champion and stuff like that. There's a lot of guys that did it better than Spence. There's lesser named guys that probably damn near deserve a rematch before he do. You said Errol ain't look good at 54 when he first fought. Yeah, when he first came around, he was at 54 pounds. You said he didn't look good up there. He probably didn't. So he had to go down to where his skill set and everything translated to the beating up on them smaller dudes. I don't want to say it like that, but his style, I don't think will be effective with guys closer or bigger than him. His style, I just don't think it'll be too effective because it's not like he's a crafty guy where he relies on speed and reflexes and counterpunching. He's kind of there to be hit. And it's not like he's a crushing Deontay Wilder, Arthur Beterbiev. I don't want to be around this dude when he punching type of guy. It's not. It's not, bro. I think he'll go up there and get whooped on. He'll get beat up on, man. He ain't slick enough. He ain't got no head movement. Derrick James, they didn't improve the game over the years. Derrick James didn't improve his style over the years. He didn't add no new dimensions and wrinkles to his style over the years to level up his fighters. And now they stuck, in my opinion. And then you got talented guys like Frank Martin, who in my opinion is probably the most naturally gifted guy under the stable. I don't think he's going to ever really grow with that style to use his maximum athletic abilities. I think a guy like Frank Martin will really benefit from using his athleticism, his speed, his twitchiness. I don't think a style like Derrick James could bring that out of him. I don't think they could bring that out of him. Errol Spence is who he is at this point. You said Mean Machine and Jeff Horn has more KO percentage than any of Errol Spence. But I'm telling you, bro, those are the numbers and stats that people don't like to talk about. He says, I believe Bud had loaded gloves. David Irizian said it in his fight. You could say it when he hit Spence, the effect his gloves were loaded. Okay, so Bud had loaded gloves. All right. So what proof did we have of him having loaded gloves? Because the Irizian fight, that design was a late design. I think the design was actually made by Steven So-Called Nelson. And it was a bad Everlast came out and said that was their fault. for making those faulty gloves. It was nothing loaded. If the gloves busted open, he would have saw some shit falling out, right? Some loaded shit falling out of them gloves, right? Just some faulty equipment. And then with the Spence fight, I mean, you just never seen Spence in there with a puncher, bro. You just never seen Errol Spence in there with nobody that's punching for real. He ain't never been in there with nobody that's punching like Terence Crawford, dog. So when he's getting his ass kicked and beat up on, you see his the damage on his face. You be like, wow. Yeah, that's because he's in there with a dude with big ass fucking hands that knows how to fucking punch. All those other feather-fisted fighters, those light punchers he's been fighting, those smaller dudes he was fighting didn't benefit him none by the time he got up in there with Terence Bud Crawford. Didn't benefit him none. Ugas didn't give him enough to prepare him for what was coming July 29th, 2023. Didn't prepare him for that. Danny Garcia didn't prepare him for that. He barely threw any punches. Sean Porter damn near prepared him for it, but then he took some time off. Salute to Marvelous 76 for the super chat. He says, loaded with dynamite. That's right. If his gloves was loaded with anything, it was some dynamite. If it was loaded with anything, bro, it was with some dynamite. He said Derrick James felt his gloves. He ain't say nothing. No, they ain't say nothing, bro. I like these excuses because Errol Spence ain't came out with none. Errol Spence ain't came out. He said Bud Gloves was loaded, and then he got off the stream. He got up out the chat. He left that message and dipped out because he didn't want to deal with the he didn't want to deal with the backlash that's gonna come with that shit. He threw the egg and ran, man. He rang the doorbell and ran, bro. Oh man. You said Spence pissed me off, lost my money. See? And look, and he's a Spence guy. And he said Bud Gloves was loaded with dynamite. Salute to you, man. It was loaded, bro. Spence Bud Gloves was loaded with dynamite. That's what it was loaded with. It was loaded with dynamite. Spence just ain't never been in there with nobody that's punching like that, bro. Like if we watch boxing for real, we pay attention. Everybody he fought, they wasn't hitting like that. And if they was a hitter, they was a smaller guy. They was a smaller guy. If Spence wanted to capitalize, make the most out of the fight with Crawford, in my opinion, he should have hopped on Bud when Bud first moved up. It still probably would have been a hell of a fight, tough fight, but it probably wouldn't have been as one-sided as it would have been July 29th, 2023. Because you waited till this dude grew into his weight class. He grew into that shit. You waited. Had to go do all this stuff first. Do all this heavy lifting. And then you did so much heavy lifting, you was tired by the time you got in the ring with Crawford, right? Doing all that fucking heavy lifting and sitting around. Come on, man. You said Derrick James grabbed Bud's gloves after the fight. Yeah, he left that comment and then left, man. That's what they do. Yep. Loaded with dynamite, bro. That's all it is. And I would like to see Crawford and Tim Tszyu. If we can't get Boots, I don't think we get. I don't know if Bud's gonna get Canelo. Canelo showed videos of him training again. He looked sharp. But who Canelo fighting? If he's fighting Mingguia, I'm done with Canelo. Mingguia that fight don't make sense. Now all of a sudden you want to fight Mexican fighters. You said you don't want. Anyway, let me stop talking about him. So if Crawford don't get that guy, Jamel's tied up. He's supposed to be fighting IBF mandatory. We'll see if they enforce that on him. And then if he's not going to fight Boots, And if he wants to move up to 154 pounds, can't fight Spence or whatever. Or if he fights Spence, I say he should fight Tim Tszyu. Go ahead, collect another belt in another weight class. He'll be a 4-division champion. Another accolade to add to his incredible resume. Go after Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu is essentially a fucking welterweight. Just a big welterweight, really. He's actually, I probably would say, he's probably one of the smaller super welterweights. One of the smaller ones. Maybe normal size. He's definitely not a bigger one like Tony Harrison. And you saw what he did to Tony, though. And Tony, my guy, he went out there and beat the shit out of Tony, man. So I had to give Tim credit. Salute to LJ Wright for the super chat, man. Much love to everybody, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Terence versus Tim, man. It's a fight that could possibly be happening, so we might as well talk about it. And with Terence Crawford being the WBO super champion, he will likely, more than likely, be given access at a shot at Tim Tszyu's title. You says, what will Bud, when Bud destroys Boots, will excuses will flow? Man, they ain't go. Boots was too young. He ain't fought nobody. You know, we already know what they gonna say, bro. Crawford predicted what they said, and we all did too. But Crawford came out in public and predicted what they was gonna say when he beat Spence, and he nailed it to a T. And we already heard what Bomac said about Boots a little while ago. That they've been studying him for years. Bomac's been watching Boots for years. They've been breaking him down for years. Because they know it's a day where that fight likely will come. They knew it was a day where that fight would have likely came. You know what I'm saying? So Bomac already broke Boots down already. It's just that Terence Crawford's in a position of his career now at 36 years old. It's not like he's 26, to where he's looking at just fights that just mean something. Fights that's something. And I think a fight with Tim Tszyu kind of means something. As a title, Tim has a belt now, so he has something to bring to the table. It is opportunity for Crawford to be a 4-division champion. He can fight an Aussie fighter, the Australian. They generate a crowd. You know, the Australian fans show up and show out for their fighters. So it'll be a big fight on Oceania side of things, on the Oceania side of the world. It'll be a big fight for boxing too. It's an option. Crawford went from a fighter at one point, then didn't seem like he was going to have no options, to now where he has a lot of options. Boy, how things make a turn, right? Boy, how things make a turn. You know what? If I do a Rumble stream, I might do a Rumble stream on this fight. I might be able to have the whole fight, and then we could break it down to the molecule without no issues. Hey, Bud Crawford, he nasty, man. That dude is nasty, bro. The way he beat up Spence in this fight, just a totally different style. You just don't know what Bud Crawford is gonna do. You don't know what he's gonna do, bro. He's a dangerous fighter. You don't know what style. Only thing you can hope for is that Father Time is kicking in on him, bro. That's the only way I can see Bud losing right now. If Father Time beats him. He just too much of a variety of skills. And the style that he uses against Spence it was a different style than he used in the previous fight. And it's a different style than he used in the fight before that. And then like he does different shit in every fight. I mean, shit, bro. Man, leave it alone, man. This fight old. Nah, it ain't that damn old. That was one of the best performances you ever see in a fight of that caliber. Look at that. Spence couldn't do nothing with him. Boom, boom. 2 hooks. I'm telling you, bro. Nasty. You said the Australians like T-Boy. I'm sure they do, man. I hear they treat our guys pretty good when we go over there too. They don't. They not like the UK fans who's pretty vicious. UK fans are pretty vicious, but the Australian fans, I hear they treat our guys pretty good, man. Salute to Sly Tendencies for the super chat. He says, I guess the new narrative is that Bud is holding up the rematch, even though Showtime is going under. Make sure Spence make it make sense, Spence fans. What are they saying? Facts, bro. Yeah, I've been seeing where a lot of guys, Spence fans, been saying that Crawford's pretty much holding up the division. He's holding up the division. He's holding up everything. You know what I'm saying? He's holding up everything. It's easy to blame Bud, bro. He said Bud has a great war council. Bomac explained it carefully. Yeah, man, he got a good team, and people laughed at that team. He got 3 trainers. You know, Bomac, oh, he's overrated as a coach. And yeah, I remember all that shit, bro. I remember that. I remember Bomac was being overrated as a coach, and he's not that good, and Bud can do it without him. Nah, man, it takes everybody to make that team work, bro. And you don't see them singling out anybody. They don't single out nobody. They give everybody gets credit putting in that work. And that's what it's about. That's how a team's supposed to work. And I think that Derek James and Errol Spence can learn from that. I think Derek James is a one-man band type of guy. If it's my way or the highway type of guy, I think that they need help. You need fucking help. You just go need some help. He said that's what the UK fans are cutthroat. Butch, y'all cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? But y'all really, really passionate fans too, though. Y'all show up. Y'all love boxing. A lot more than American fans. But y'all brutal too. Like, it's like soccer. Y'all throwing shit and everything. But y'all real passionate too. He said, Bud literally let Spence hit him multiple times. Yeah, man, Spence didn't have that power that we thought he was going to have, bro. He didn't have it. He just didn't have it. He couldn't even hurt Crawford. I think they just underestimated dude, bro. I think part of the big thing is they underestimated Crawford. They really believe they own hype, and they didn't really truly. They knew Crawford was good, but they probably didn't think he was that good. That good to where the fight would have turned out the way it did. I still don't see people really banging on Bud's door like that. I still don't really see it. Jamel called him out, but that was just to save face from that fucking shit performance he put up against Canelo. I don't think he was truly serious about it. Boots Ennis, he's kind of quiet doing his thing. He just in the gym training. He ain't really. He's having a hard time getting fights from what I'm hearing behind the scenes. He's having a really hard time. I already told Boots what he needs to do, but he ain't gonna listen. He a hard-headed little nigga. He ain't gonna listen. So he go sit there and just keep training. Look at my boy YSM in the background. See YSM back there working. Let me see. Put it on the screen. I already told y'all what Boots got to do. He ain't gonna do it though. That's right, y'all. Hit that like button for your boy, man. Let's get these likes up. Yeah, YSM in the background. You see with the gray gray sweatsuit on. He need to tell Boots. Boots look bigger than YSM. But he needs to tell Boots he got to turn it up a notch. Because like I said before, even Crawford had to turn it up. Even Crawford had to come out of his quiet shell. You know what I'm saying? Bernie the Boxer comment on it, the great Rasheem Jefferson. Yeah, I think that's Rasheem Jefferson's old man, Coach Rell. I don't know, Boots. We got to work, Boots. I don't know, man. I think Boots, if he wants to, he needs to. He's in position, but I think he gonna have to shake the house a little bit more. He said, "What I want Boots to do? I want Boots to talk some shit. I want Boots to talk some shit. I want Boots to bang on that door. Because Crawford ain't gonna move right now, bro. Crawford's like, man, it took me forever to get to where I'm at right now, man. You gonna have to do something. He gonna have to really like emasculate Crawford, talk some shit. He gonna have to do what nobody else has done before, bro. And I don't know if he really wants to do that. For one, it's not really who he is, and I understand that. But you gotta, that's what you have to do, I think, at this point. I'm not saying like Crawford's avoiding dude, but Crawford is looking at bigger, better fights right now. And unless IBF enforces it, what you go do, dog? But I already know if he came out and start really talking that shit to Crawford like nobody else has done, Crawford would have no choice but to stop what he's doing and get ready to fight Boots. And we already know Bud is that type of guy. You know? Yeah, Crawford don't know nobody nothing though. You know what I'm saying? He don't. He really don't. That's why I'm not pressuring it. I'm not stressing it. I'm not doing none of that shit, bro. We saw for years what happened. We sat back and watched for years dude get downplay. All he wanted to do was fight. He turned into public enemy number one because he wanted to fight, bro. We sat here and watched it live. We talked about it all on this channel, actually. A lot of the early days was on this channel. We was talking about all that shit as it was happening, what the narrative was, what the people was talking about, what we were talking about. All that is on this channel. And back then, it wasn't looking good for Bud. It wasn't. Salute the certified player of Brooklyn. Salute, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy, man. Boots Ennis just got to do a little more, man. It's part of the game, dude. It's really just part of the game, dog. At first, it used to rub me the wrong way when shit like this used to happen. And when you watch a guy like Crawford who really came and got it out the mud, like he didn't have the golden path like Canelo had, bro. He didn't. This guy was a sparring partner. He didn't have a golden road like Canelo. He didn't get the Floyd fight at 23 years old, bro. It didn't work that way for him. Everybody's career don't play out like that. Boots go have to do a little bit more now. That's part of the game, bro. You got to put in a little work. Like Shakur, he's talking shit left and right. Eventually, it's gonna pay off. Eventually, there's gonna be a compilation video of Shakur just talking mad shit. Eventually, people just gonna want to see somebody shut him up. Boots Ennis got to do more. But find a way to do it to where it don't come off as phony or fake or corny. Oh, he a walking casket. Okay, say some more. Nah, they don't want to do it like that. They go YSM. He in the building. He said they caught your boy slipping in the background. Yeah, they caught you. You was in the background. I see you. They got you in the background, man. Salute to my boy YSM, man. Everybody wants to know what Boots is doing, man. Everybody wants to know what Boots is doing. We want to know what's next for Boots, man. Hey, Boots could talk shit and put in work at the same time, dog. He could do it while hitting the mitts, talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Put on a show, bro. That's just what he gonna have to do, dog. I know it sucks, and I know that's not in his character. I know Boots is a really nice, humble kid, but this is also a show. And when you a guy that's that damn good, you got to do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford ain't looking down right now. Salute to LJ Wright for the super chat. He says they're not blaming Charlo for holding up the division. Ennis gets hit too much right now to head butt heads. No, they're not blaming. You're right. They're not blaming Charlo for sitting out for a year plus and then hopping up fighting Canelo. They're not blaming him at all. It's just easier to blame Bud for a lot of stuff. It's just easier to blame Bud. I just say keep that same energy. It don't really matter. Shit happens. I just say keep that same energy. There's plenty of guys I can say holding up a division. You said Boots still needs to fight Blair Cobbs. What's up, Sonny Chief? I see you in the building. He said Boots still needs to fight Blair. I would like to see Boots fight somebody at 54 too. He could do that. What else is he doing? Since everybody else bullshitting, I'll go up to fight somebody at 154. You know what? Give me Banana Boy or give him Banana Boy or somebody like, in the top 10 at 154. Go beat up on doing the lower top 10 at 54. See how Boots fight at 54 then. Since he can't get no work at 47. Cody Crowley don't want to fight. None of those dudes. Stanionis is rumored to be facing Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is rumored to be facing Stanionis. He says, you love Bud for having it the hard way. Boots did it the hard way as well. They both were fighting in ballrooms on their way up. Bud, Boots, Devin Wilder fought on the Chitlin circuit. Yeah, they did. They did, bro. But I'm saying at this point, bro, Boots going to have to do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because Boots is in a situation. He's in a really good position right now. But he's also in I wouldn't say it's a bad position because Crawford is probably looking at like this kid is good, but he ain't bringing nothing to the table for me right now. Jamel got belts, Tszyu got belts. Then we got the Canelo fight, and then of course I got to deal with Spence rematch. That's by default. So right now, Boots is probably like a last lingering option. But if Boots start banging on that door, Crawford may come answering a lot sooner. I'm just saying. Boots. If Boots wants that fight for real, he needs to start building it up now. And then maybe he can get the fight with Crawford on his way out. But right now, closed mouths don't get fed. And Boots gonna have to just do a little bit more, man. You said Spence versus Crawford at 54, by the way. I don't know, man. I don't even know if I want to even see that now, man. I don't even know if I want to see that, bro. I don't know, man. If Spence was in the gym working and shit, I'd be like, yeah, let's see what Spence can do. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what he got, man. Let's see if the weight was the factor. Let's see if he looks better. Let's see it, but I don't think so, bro. I don't think so, man. I understand the dude needs his time off, but unless he's doing what AJ's doing, I'm not sold on it, bro. Because Anthony Joshua, if anything, is showing me that he's serious. Whatever flaw that he has, he's trying to fix that shit. Even if it means living in the middle of the woods in a cave underground. And this is literally what he's doing. I'm going to do it. Salute to AJ, man. But I don't know, man. You don't see Bud like this, bro. Like, just like with his stomach sticking out more. Like, you just don't, bro. And this was like a week after the fight or 2 weeks after the fight. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't even know if I want to see it now. At first, I probably felt like I was in the minority, like I wanted to see it again. But now it's like, after some weeks went by, it's like this dude ain't really showing me that he's in the gym working. Now I feel like everybody else. We don't need to see it. Go do something else. Crawford could possibly fight Tszyu, or maybe even Boots. Because we know your boy Bushido wants to see Boots too. But, or even Jamel. You know? Jamel, without the blonde hair. Those are the fights. Salute to D Lucky for the super chat. He says, salute, King. Didn't know you was going live. You think Thurman beats Stanionis, and what's next if he wins? Oh, man, salute to you, D Lucky, man. Much love to you, bro. Thurman might lose. If Stanionis, he's a young guy. If Thurman still has his foot speed, it can still be a problem. Thurman's crafty. And I think crafty guys always really could stand a chance because they just crafty. And Thurman's really crafty, but Thurman also hasn't fought in 22 months again. And then he's getting there with a young, hungry Stanionis, who's naturally probably a bigger guy. Will Thurman be able to hurt Stanionis? Will Thurman be able to keep Stanionis off him? There's so many questions, bro, when we talk about Keith Thurman. Because once upon a time, he was one of the guys. And now we saying about time, he's fighting again. Like it's about time. Like, damn, dude. But I heard that Christopher Colbert and Jose Venezuela is supposed to be on that card as well. That's supposed to be a stacked ass card to end the year. But I don't know, man. Thurman might fuck around and lose against Stanionis, bro. He might mess around and lose, dog. Because Stanionis isn't a smaller up, coming up in weight Barrios and my debut at the weight with the gloves and all this stuff. No, Stanionis is a bona fide welterweight. I don't know, bro. As of right now, I'm slightly leaning towards Stanny. But if Thurman got that speed, then I'll give it to Thurman. That's what I'll say. It's tough. But if he does win, what's next for him? Ain't no telling, bro. He'll be next in line with the WBA. So he'll be next in line for Crawford, really. All these fights, I think, will be like number one contender type fights. Number one contender fight. That's a number one contender fight. Both guys said, nah, we ain't fighting Boots. We'll rather fight each other. So, yeah, that's what I think on that, man. I think Keith is just really, he's at Crawford's mercy. And unfortunately for him, he high-sided on Bud years ago, and Bud remembered that bullshit. And we saw what they said a few weeks ago when Crawford said, nah, man, now y'all want to fight and all this shit. Nah, bro. And Thurman said, oh, man, you didn't really beat Spence, bro. And all this shit. So, yeah. Thurman kind of, it's kind of karma for Thurman, bro. Salute to Johnny Pruitt for the super chat. He says, ain't no division being held up when all the contenders are quiet. The undisputed champion is goon. He don't have to move if he don't want to. If you don't like how he moving, then do something about it. Salute to you for the super chat, Johnny Pruitt. Man, my soundboard ain't connected for some reason. I got to figure it out. But salute to you, man. That's right. Then do something about it. Yeah. Because Bud got the juice now. Yeah, man. They quiet, bro. They really are. They quiet. It's fans starting shit right now, but the fighters are pretty quiet. I told you guys when the smoke clears, it gets quiet in boxing. It gets really quiet in boxing when the smoke clears, bro. When nobody got fights lined up, it gets really quiet. Yep, WBO belt's looking nicer and nicer every year too, man. That belt looking pretty good. I don't like that maroon color, but the belt actually, when you actually see that belt, it looks really dope. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. We go see, man. We go see we go see Bud can get that Tim fight. If this is just a good possibility. We don't want to wait too long. Crawford's already 36, so I don't think we gotta go see too much of Terence Crawford. I think there's about good. What is he? 36? Man, clock is ticking. Clock is ticking. Do we want to see the tail of the tape where it says 38 years old, Terence Crawford, 38 years old? I don't think he even wants to see that. So the clock is ticking. So the next few fights, next 2 or 3 fights, going to have to happen within the next couple of years. Probably less than that, depending on how Bud want to move. I think he'll rather get the Canelo fight and ride off to the sunset. But I think Tszyu and Jermell Charlo will probably be the last 2 fights, if after Spence, of course. Then I think he'll be done. That's why I said Boots need to start knocking now. Because Crawford's ready to walk out the door. He's been boxing since he was like 7? He's about to be 40. Yeah, man, he ready to walk out the door, bro. he ready to walk out the door. Yep, Bud got 2 or 3 more fights. D Luckett, like about 2 or 3 more fights, bro. So they got to be meaningful fights. Because the story of his career was that he ain't fought nobody. Now they not pushing for that. They're not pushing to call out Bud like that, bro. Not like that, bro. Not like how we see other guys get pressed and shit. They don't press Bud like that. Uh-oh. YSM. Here you go. What'd he say? He says Crawford did a press run on talking about how he not go fight Boots. What the F do y'all want him to say after that? Laughing my ass off. He doesn't want to fight, and that's cool, but drop that belt on the way out. Wow. Wow. YSL said, Bud, you need to drop that belt, man. Ah, come on, man. Bud didn't do a press tour saying he wasn't. He said, y'all capping today. Bud did do a press tour saying he wasn't going to fight Boots. But he got other options, man. And this is why, and we know that. We know that. Bud got it out the mud. Boots going to have to do a little bit more work, too. That's just how it goes. And fortunately for Boots, bro, he's only 26. He young as hell. He young as hell. He still got, man, he really, Ennis could just be quiet and just wait Crawford out. And then it could be the Boots Ennis era. Really. But if he really feeling froggy, he know what he needs to do. Bang on that door, man. I think Crawford will stop whatever. If Boots Ennis says the right things. And if he keeps pressing, you can't, Crawford has a reputation to uphold. And if Boots Ennis came out here disrespecting, emasculating Crawford and all that shit, he'll have to answer to him. Because he got a reputation to uphold. He does. Bud he's a very prideful guy. And we all know that. Very prideful. Okay, now you talking too much shit, little dude. I let you say a little bit of stuff because it was cute. And, I'm doing other things. But now I got to see your little ass. So that's what Boots needs to do, dog. Boots been pretty quiet. I wouldn't say Boots cloud chasing or nothing. Boots ain't really saying nothing like that. He just working. He working. But I think he going to have to, start doing a little bit more talking. And that's just part of the game today, man. That's just what it is, bro. Even if you ain't a dude who's more introvert, I think if you're really good in boxing, you gonna have to kind of bring out a little bit more extrovert. Unfortunately, Sonny, honestly, bro, Boots can't get nobody in the ring right now. And this is why I told him, said earlier, that he may want to go up to 154 pounds just to make something happen. He can't get no fights right now, bro. He can't. He's supposed to have somebody he was preparing for, but it's looking like that shit fell through. So I say he should, Boots go have to do some other shit, like fight at 54. He said we all know Boots is a cloud chaser. Oh man. He said Boots have problems with fighters that have footwork. Yeah, we haven't seen. Yeah, Kukuchan showed us that footwork gave Boots some problems. Dang, y'all coming for Boots, boy. He said Boots is the king of midworks for the cameras. Trap Media USA says Boots hasn't pressed the line. He didn't press it ringside at Spence Bud fight. He hasn't pressed in the ring. In the media, he didn't openly press the sanction by like Shakur did with Dev. He wants vacant belts. Wow. Hey man, that's what I said. Like, we see guys out here pressing issues. I don't think Boots pressing that issue hard enough, man. Why? Because there's a guy named Terence Crawford that's holding these belts. Now I felt like Boots was a little bit more vocal, a little bit more outspoken when Spence was the guy that was in front of him. And I do feel like if Errol Spence was to magically beat Crawford, the pressure would be times 10 on him getting in that ring with Errol Spence. But since it's Crawford, he's like, I'll fight him, but I can wait too. That's just the kind of the energy that I get. I wouldn't say Boots is out here cloud chase because he's not like he's calling out Crawford every time he get a chance to. But I think that's something that he's gonna have to do. It's something he's gonna have to do. Fans gonna say it was clout chasing, but this is what he's gonna have to do. But he got to really, really disrespect Crawford like nobody else has done. Way worse than Benavidez did. What did he say? Stop talking to your fight before you won't make it to your fight. And then Benavidez got the fight. Yeah, he should pull a Shannon Briggs on him. Pull off the Shannon Briggs on Bud. He gotta chase the dude that's been chasing for years. That's what Boots got to do, man. But yeah, man. Other than that, I say he should go up to 254 pounds, and then 154 pounds we have Tim Tszyu, one of the guys at that weight class. I guess you could say he's the WBO real champion now. He defended his belt or fought for the belt. He got it emailed, but he proven himself in that fight with Brian Mendoza. I think that was a really good performance, a good fight. And Tim Tszyu actually gained me as a fan. Because like I said, I wasn't sold on the guy, but he showed me something. You know what I'm saying? He showed me that he know how to get up off the canvas. He shows me that he knows how to make improvements and adjustments. And he shows me that he's really poised and calm in the ring. And yeah, he's just getting better. So yeah, Tim Tszyu is a good opponent for Terence Crawford. Hopefully it can happen. If none of the other big fights land his way, Tim Tszyu would be a good option. And if Tim Tszyu doesn't happen, I say we go ahead and see about Jerron Boots Ennis. You said Boots needs to fight a fighter with a post and not in a flat-footed, slow setup fight. And that's the thing that we talk about. Are they moving him right to where he'd be prepared for certain fights? You said Jamel is very quiet. Shouldn't he want his WBO belt back? Jamel Charlo, man, he's probably having a lot of, either he out enjoying his life spending that money, or he's having a lot of deep regret because his kids and shit is suffering from that. His nephews and nieces is getting bullied in school because of that and shit. Because he didn't put up no effort that he know deep in his heart he could have put up Jamel Charlo knows deep in his heart that he could put up a lot better fight than that, bro. And that's probably why he's so quiet now. What could he come out and say now? Yeah, you got the bag and shit, but you didn't even put up nobody respects that. Nobody respects that, bro. So you said Boots is y'all coming for Boots, boy. That shit funny, man. Y'all coming for Boots. But yeah, man. Salute to everybody, man. Hit that like button for your boy, man. We can get almost 100 likes. We got like almost 100 people in here. We can get like 100 likes, man. Hit that like button for your boy Bushido, man. Uh-oh. YSM. Let's see what he got to say. He says, so you got Crawford fans saying Boots not talking enough. Then you got dudes saying he's a classic. Just say y'all scared. Oh, man, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. He's not talking enough. But then again, he's a cloud chaser. So which is it? I say this, man. Based off what I've seen from Boots, he don't do too much hooping and hollering on social media, especially when it comes to Crawford. He just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say he's a cloud chaser either. I do think he needs to turn it up on Crawford, though. He may have to get turned into a cloud chaser. That's just my opinion. You said Hobie pushing a BS agenda. You said Showbiz pushing an agenda. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Showbiz come off as I think he put money on Spence. So I don't know. He always kind of low key came off as a low key Bud hater to me though. Showbiz. You said his father don't want him to fight Bud, honestly. I'll say this, you guys. Let's say this though. What if the IBF, and we've seen him do this before, Back when Crawford first became undisputed. They didn't do it this time. They did it last time when he beat Ndongo. But what if IBF, I'm sorry if I said WBO, but what if IBF came out and said that what if they mandate Crawford to fight Boots next? What if they mandate Bud to fight Boots next, bro? This is why I've said early on, let's get it. Let's get it. There's no vacating belts. There's no, we don't fight mandatories. No, we go fight Boots. If IBF enforces it, we go do it. If not, then we go do something else because I'm in position to. So unless IBF steps on that gas, I'm not doing that. That's what that's probably how he's looking at it. But if IBF steps on the gas and it gives the green light for the fight, then we got to take that fight. Point blank and period, because we not vacating no straps from nobody. We ain't ducking nobody. But other than that, I got options now because I'm in a position. And it took me a while to get in this position. You said Crawford has until January 7th. What? To fight Boots. Hold up. Cody Crowley retired yesterday. How he retired? What the fuck happened? So you said Bud got until January 7th to fight Boots. Or what? They go strip him? Fight him where though? You know what I'm saying? With Boots being a Showtime fighter exclusively, right? Where are they going to fight by January 7th? How are they going to mandate a fight when they ain't even got nowhere to fight now? You know what I'm saying? That just, I don't know. That got to make sense right now. Maybe they should have fought him on BOK Prime. Maybe they should have did the BOK Prime thing, man. Yeah, that's what I said. Bud always fights his mandatories. He says Bud loses to Tszyu. He does? I don't know, man. I don't think so. Tim Tszyu is the same size as Bud. Tim Tszyu won't really have no advantages in the fight. None. I wouldn't even say he'll have the size, man. They're the same size. Crawford has a longer reach. About 3.5 inches. They're really the same size. Tim Tszyu is just a big ass welterweight, really. At 5'8". He said Boots ducked Bud on BOK Prime. He said he was loyal to Showtime when offered to fight. Oh yeah, I'm gonna answer the phone, YSM. He says Boots petition. He said Bud would put Tim in a coffin. Yeah, Bud beats up Tim, man. But it's a fun fight. It's a fun fight. See, they gonna come for you about Boots, bro. They go come for you about the Boots fight. Why? Yeah, that's another thing, Damone. You got a good point. How is Bud go fight Boots by January 7th when he's contractually obligated to fight Spence? He's in the rematch clause with Spence. That's why I said there's a lot of things in place, man. Boots just, he lucky he's so young. That's all I got to say for him. But unfortunately for him, he still can't find nobody to fight him. So that's why he needs to go up to another weight class just to take a little interim fight. And just to go up there just to stay busy, man. Take more risks just to stay busy because dudes in 147 ain't dealing with him like that. He said, oh, easy ball. I think that's LT in the building saying, what's up with Boots? What's up with Crawford? Scared to say Boots' name. Crawford's busy, bro. He ain't got to say Boots' name. What you got to say Boots' name for? How come Boots ain't saying Bud's name is the question. Why Bud's the number one fighter in the sport and undisputed, 2-time undisputed, all this shit, and he still got to call fighters' names out? That's just, unless you Canelo or somebody like that, bro. I don't see why would he have to call anybody out now. He's at the top. Who else he gonna call out? Who else he gonna call out when you're at the top, bro? Who he gonna be yelling at except for Canelo? He said Crawford saying boxing dying, but Crawford is fighting low risk. Crawford's also 36 years old, a veteran fighter. And we know how veteran fighters move. We know how veteran fighters move, man. It's just like any job. You put in the work over the years, man. You ain't working as a man. You chilling, bro. That's any job. Any job where you put in work, man. The dudes that's been there for the longest time, the dudes that's the foremen, the managers, that's been there forever, man, they ain't working as hard as the dudes that's just starting, bro. That's anything. He said, don't give him an out. He says, Bud versus Spence contract doesn't matter. January 7th is the day. The interim can only hold the belt for 1 year. After that, the champ will have to fight or get stripped. Well, we go see, because we've seen stranger things happen. Because Errol Spence held on to that IBF strap for about 4 or 5 years without defending that in the mandatory fight. So, yeah, those rules apply, but only to certain guys. He says champions can't challenge contenders. Yeah, that don't even sound right. That's why I said Boots got to do a little bit more, man. Because Crawford's looking up at guys like Canelo, possibly Tszyu, Jamel. Well, he said he ain't really trying to deal with Jamel no more, but I don't know. I think that's bullshit. I think he'll fight Jamel. Jamel got belts. So yeah, you guys. I don't know, man. I like the Tszyu fight though. I like it. I like it as an option, potential option for Crawford, especially considering how Tim looked. If Tim looked like shit, I wouldn't want to see it. But Tim looked good in this last fight. He got a hit list out. You know, he got his hit list. Right? Charlo, Crawford, Canelo. Interesting hit list, man. But yeah, man. We go see how everything plays out, man. You know, going to 2024. I think boxing is gonna be different. I think it's gonna be a lot different from what we used to. It's gonna be a big change coming soon, man. It's gonna be something that's gonna kind of change the way we view boxing. That's just what I feel coming. I think this is gonna be something different is gonna happen, especially with the end of Showtime. That's pretty big. Because where everybody's gonna go, you know, where a lot of these fights gonna happen. It's just gonna be a big change in boxing, and it could be for the better or the worse for the sport. So. You said TBC gonna smash every fight until he retires. We'll see, man. I think he could. At 36 years old, but still looking really strong, really good. He's looking like somebody you still don't really want to go nowhere near, if I'm honest. I think a lot more fighters, if they felt that Crawford was really declining, if he was slowing down, if he was this or that, a lot more guys would be calling him out. A lot more guys, but dude, he got all the belts. They still ain't calling him out like that, bro. They're not really like pressing him like that, bro, because they still see that this dude is still a huge problem. Even at 36 years old, he's still a huge problem, bro. Still a huge problem. So I don't know, man. I've seen fighters call out guys, you know, they had a name, clout in the sport that may not have looked good in the fight. Oh, man, he looked vulnerable. Let's get him. You said BOK Prime is right next to Showtime right now. They both gone. Triller, Showtime, HBO, BOK Prime. Shit, we got DAZN and ESPN left, man. You said Boots should call Tim. Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. Boots, I don't know, man. Boots go have to do some shit, man. He's going to have to do some shit. There's a lot of guys he could just, like I said, 154 pounds may have to be a place he can go for right now until he can get his shot at the IBF mandatory. You said Crawford looked good because of the pad use, to be honest. Damn, LT. I understand you on a new account so you can talk freely now, but god damn, bro. But yeah, man, that's the video, you guys. Salute to everybody that stopped in, man. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy. Terence versus Tim. I'll be looking forward to seeing if we hear anything more about this. It'll be a good option. if he can't get Canelo, the elusive Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, in my opinion, um, ain't really too interested in fighting Crawford like that. I think Canelo may end up fighting Menguia, even though he said he don't want to fight Mexican fighters no more. Um, I think he's gonna fight Menguia or somebody like that. So, and Jamel, he has his mandatory, IBF mandatory. Um, so Tim Tszyu's kind of waiting. Crawford's kind of waiting for Spence. The Crawford Spence, we waiting on that to see what happens. We don't even know what's gonna happen with that. So yeah, man. Yeah, LT still hiding, man. He might be on easy ball. That might be that easy ball might be LT. I think that's LT, man. You said you're not sold on Boots. His fights are set up fights with people that stand right in front of him, but have a problem with movers. The thing I noticed about Boots is that like he seemed to me have problems with guys that kind of give him some movement. That's something he could probably work on. But another thing I noticed about Boots that I think he's going to have to improve, but I think this is something that comes with experience. This is just the speed of his punches. Everything's fast and hard. Everything is fast and hard. And while it's fast and hard and it's hard to deal with, a guy that's crafty with experience will get that timing down to where your speed ain't shit. He's throwing everything the same speed. Okay, I got used to this speed now. Okay, boom, I'll just do this. So yeah, Boots, he has a lot of fucking skill and talent, man. I'm not gonna sit here and say Boots this, that. That motherfucker looks like he looks like a problem. Not to mention he got size to him, but he only throws everything at one speed. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Not to mention, he seemed to struggle with Kukachan. I think he might. I don't know, man. It's some things I need to see from Boots still. Really flashy, really fun to watch. But is it just flash? Is it just fun to watch? So yeah, man. Salute to everybody, man. Good stream. We gonna see what happens in boxing. Everything shit always happens. In boxing throughout the day. But we gonna see, man. We got the Regis Prograis fight coming up. Devin Haney, that should be good. Teofimo Lopez been out here talking his shit. If you guys been seeing him, he been talking his shit, acting like he know everything. He been predicting a lot of shit though. A lot of the shit he said in the past has came to truth. So yeah, man. But other than that, AJ training in the cave. Fury Usyk look like that's going down. December 23rd, Eddie Hearn trying to push for it. Eddie Hearn getting on my nerves again. What else happened? I'm just going over what happened in boxing real quick. Other than Rocha getting upset by Giovanni Santaglia. That's about it right now on top of my head, you guys, as far as what's happening on right now in boxing. But yeah, man, salute to everybody in the building, man. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy. Salute to everybody that donate to the dojo. Hope everybody have a good day. Peace out.